Okay, guys, so I'm going over to be trying to create videos talking about Dominican Republic. So the intent of this videos is so that I will be able to create something that will showcase, the life in Dominican Republic as an expat. And also I'll be showing you like a transition to, from being the United States to slowly be able to move over into the Dominican Republic. The goal of this channel here is to be able to inspire people to take the steps that they need to take so that to overcome that fear, to make decisions and be able to, whether it's travel or to do whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to make that step, and the goal is to hopefully move over to the Dominican Republic. So currently I am right now I'm in Dominican Republic, visiting right now. However, the goal, like I said, is to be able to move here, and who knows how long I'll be here, maybe for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, who knows, right? But in the United States, we just in the hustle and bustle all the time, hustling without really seeing much reward. Many people, no matter how much you make in the United States, you always feel like you're in the grind, whereas over here it's more calm. Obviously people are also hustling as well, but the life is so much more different here. So if there's something that you're interested in, maybe you want to see if you can be able to leave your job, quit your job, find different type of secondary income or whatever you need to do to be able to move. These are things that I will inspired to be presented over here. And I also try to present, like I said, not just show the island or different parts of the island. I also try to talk about real estate in the Dominican Republic, how to do so, how to purchase an apartment or a house. I'll also come over and talk about maybe starting a different type of businesses, depending on what type of business they are. Now, this is not just something that one person can do just whatever. Every circumstances are different. All right, so what works for me may not work for you, and what I will be talking about is not necessarily a financial advice. However, it will just be, once again, things to inspire you to be able to make the decisions that you feel you need to make. Because do you want to work until you're 65 years old, and by the time you retire, the money you have already put into the bank is not even worth that much anymore? Because by the time inflation, also, let's say you have that time now, you can finally travel, but if you travel, you really don't have energy to do much things. So all you do is just sit down on the beach the whole day. That's, to me, it's kind of boring. I don't want to reach that age. I want to be able to retire early and be able to, do whatever I want to do. Now, people use that term, retire. And retirement, what it means to you. Some people, retirement means, like you say, you just sit down on the beach. That's totally fine. If that's what you want to do, I'm all for it. However, retirement to me is, that's also included, is the choice to do what I want to do. If I want to travel to this country, whenever I want to travel to this country, I can travel. I don't have to ask a boss, oh, can you please give me this time off? And the boss has to come over and say, well, this person here has this same time off, so you cannot take that time off. Or, oh, we have a project coming out here, you cannot take that time off. It's a busy schedule, so you cannot take that time off. I don't want that. I also don't want it where the boss is telling you, hey, great job, you did good today, so I'm going to give you, 10 cents raise, or I'm going to give you 50 cents raise here. To me, that's not what I want. I don't like to be bogged down by that. Now, a lot of people like that. That's totally fine. But those of us who want to be our own bosses and do our things, that's not what we want to do. So to me, retirement is that I can do what I want to do. I can leave when I want to go. I don't have to be attentive to anybody to tell me what to do, when I can do, how I can do it. Because you follow laws, you have to follow those laws wherever you are. So we're not talking about that. And also doing things legally. And so retirement to me, once again, is where I will probably, like you see, I'll try and see if I can be uploading these videos here once in a while. Hopefully, if everything works out, maybe once a week. If not, maybe once a month. Who knows? And if it's really good, maybe once every couple of days. Who knows? But I just want to be able to. That's to me what's retirement is. I can just make that choice to do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do. I can travel here. I can do this, and doing that while still having, as income coming in. It'll be like semi passive. I could say passive. I could use the same term as everyone says passive, but there's not really that much passive income out there, unless if you're putting things in the stock market and literally just leave it there. That's passive, where it goes up and down. It doesn't matter. So unless maybe you take out a huge chunk of money and you're using that money to survive for the next 2-3 years, and the rest of the money in the stock market, where you're not thinking about it, you're stress free, and you have money coming in, that's good, which is something you could do. But so this is kind of where this channel, I'm hoping it will go to. If there's something that you're interested in, make sure to leave a like, comment what type of content you want me to present here in the Dominican Republic. I will be presenting these videos here in Dominican Republic, and when I go back to the States, I'll probably go over and do more content as well over there, as I will show the transition from Dominican Republic over here. So a little bit about me. I know this is a long intro, but just a little bit about me is that I've been in the United States, so I work in the United States and everything. However, in September of last year, I was laid off from a 6-figure income job, and so I said, you know what? Let me use this time to see what I can do. The goal is to retire early, and I've been slowly working towards that goal. So in the Dominican Republic here, try to do some projects here. So that's going. It's in a process. In the US as well, trying to do some project to set myself up so that I can be able to live here. So that's one of the things that's kind of been even supporting me right now, where I've been in the Dominican Republic just for a little bit, not too long. I want to say like almost a couple of months now. So over here, just been surviving over here with the little income I'm getting from the project I have over there. You want me to talk more about this project? Let me know. Leave a comment saying project, and then I'll talk a little bit more about that. And also, if you want to see what type of project I'm kind of doing over here in the Dominican Republic, leave a comment as well. Say Dominican Republic project. I'll talk a little bit about that as well. And if I have enough subscribers as well, so if you want to learn more, make sure you subscribe. Okay, make sure you subscribe. If I have maybe about, let's say, 1,000 subscribers, I will go a little bit more in detail about some of these projects here, and also other projects I want to do. But slowly, I will be talking more about these. So subscribe, comment, and hit the like notification, the like button, so that I will be able to know that these are what you're interested in, and you are also going to be on this path. I will be showing you a little bit more about different parts of the island. So this is kind of what this is. Now this video is primarily just for that. This is like my first video. It will be like a test video. And yeah, so just let us keep on being in here, and make sure, always make sure you keep your mind right. Whatever you imagine, you can accomplish. And you can accomplish it even though it may take some time, but you can accomplish it regardless of the difficulties you face. Because believe me, I have gone through some share of difficulties. However, everyone has gone through it. And just don't give up and keep on moving forward, okay? So this is what we're going to talk about.